Kamala Harris is an empty vessel, a handmaiden of genocide. The US election is a grotesque Punch and Judy show offering a faux choice between abysmal people and horrifying outcomes. August the 23rd, 2024. Success in modern politics requires two things. A. Carry water for elites that ruthlessly conspire against the public. And B. Be an empty vessel that the public can project all of their conflicting desires onto. It is easy to lie to people in denial. American and British electorates are flattered and comforted by the idea that they have a choice, but they don't. Occasionally they get to choose which fangs of the two-headed snake bite them, quite marvellously asleep in the death grip of an anaconda which has no intention of affording them any choice, not even over how much and how often they get squeezed. People who are asleep are easily controlled. So morality and policy debates must be seen to be in public life, but not actually in it. The Western media push the empty spectacle of US and UK elections as though they are great affairs of state, but in truth they are more kin to Love Island than even Yes Minister. The more blank our politicians are in these reality TV runoffs, the more they prosper. Kamala Harris is a perfectly empty vessel, her abrupt elevation part of an ongoing Obamification of public life, a triumph of style over substance. She has given no press conferences or interviews. Her website carries no policy information, just lots of Oprah Winfrey style aspirational quotes and airbrush pictures. Naturally, the media have praised her vacuous campaign as flawless. Harris knows the drill and sticks to auto-cue cliches. We will come together and declare with one voice as one people. We are moving forward with optimism, hope and faith. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez gets it too, declaring at the DNC that Harris was working tirelessly to secure a ceasefire in Gaza and bring the hostages home. Of course, Harris is only working tirelessly to get elected. She has been and remains a handmaiden to Israel's genocide. Kamala didn't get to be a VP in the Biden administration by opposing Israel, and you don't get a ceasefire by endlessly rearming and protecting a genocidal regime. Last week, with famine stalking Gaza and 186,000 people already dead, the Biden-Harris administration approved another $20 billion arms cache for Israel. Harris has been an integral part of a cabal that has condemned protests against genocide but protected Netanyahu's government at every turn. Harris could have opposed all of this, but has endlessly chosen not to. At the DNC, there was a rota of liars gushing about Kamala's values without saying what they were. In 2020, Harris was muttering about banning fracking and pushing Medicare for all. Her campaign team, who deal with policy statements as Harris assiduously avoids making any, now insists, just in case her sponsors were in any doubt, that she has no intention of pursuing those policies. Perhaps the clearest indication of Kamala's values was the refusal of the Democrats to allow any Palestinian speaker at the DNC. It is easy to see why Harris would want to avoid any scrutiny as to her central role in Israel's genocide. As Freddie Gray noted in The Spectator, mind your own business also seems to be the Harris campaign's implicit response to anybody who wants to know what she stands for. Harris would very much like the Palestinians to go away and die quietly, so as not to disturb her campaign. What does that say about her values? Obama was elected under the banner of change and only succeeded in ushering in Trump as tens of millions realised that he had sold out every principle to the 1%. Keir Starmer was elected under the very same banner of change, and God only knows what his tenure will grow in the increasingly fascist laboratory of UK politics. Kamala Harris wants to ride a fantasy unicorn called Joy to the White House, and maybe she'll manage it, but there is a cost to these repeated betrayals of the public's trust. The election campaigns of people like Keir Starmer and Kamala Harris are societal ketamine for the masses. Those happy to swallow the dope are dangerous. The only way to place actual policy and real morality at the heart of public life is to have both leaders and electors who have morals upon which to discern actual choices. If we keep avoiding the hard truths about the wholesale corruption of contemporary mainstream journalism and political life, then the seesaw of consequences will get ever worse. Kamala Harris embodies an evil emptiness that risks nuclear war via Ukraine, has abandoned the Palestinians to a contemporary Holocaust in Gaza, and our children to a global environmental catastrophe. If we do not reject these doped-up triumphs of style over substance and reclaim public life from the 1%, then reality is going to wake us up very painfully indeed, but by then it may be too late. But you can vote for Harris or Trump if you want. Enjoy the puppet show.